Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Twisted Paper Studio. How are you? I hope that you are all well. Thank you for joining me. I'll wish out my beautiful blessings and then we'll just get started. Beautiful blessings to Robin Spencer, Tracy De Silva, Mildred Allen, and Jerry Snyder. Beautiful blessings to you. Thank you so much for commenting on my channel so I know you are there. Let's get started with today. I have a lot of projects coming up, so I figured I haven't done one in a while and I'm running low on stock. I figured we would make a masterboard. Let me set my timer here. I'm going to set it for probably 40 minutes. I think that's good. So for those of you that are new to junk journaling, one of the terminologies you might hear on other people's channels is what's called a masterboard. I'm going to use this book here. It has, sort of thick pages like a cardstock. I got it for free. It was in a free pile. So I'm not concerned about keeping it or destroying it, preserving it. It's a newer book, it's not older, and I'm just going to take out some pages from here. And so a masterboard terminology in the junk journaling world means that you scrap collage onto a larger surface. So you collage onto a larger surface and you can save it for another time. Before I start, I'm just going to clean up the edges to the pages while I continue to talk about it. So you would just clean, this is what I would do, and you can use any book. Pretty much any book, any surface, anything you wanted. You can even collage and, like on here and make it smaller. These pages for making a masterboard. It's just a continuous collage, keeping it together. And in the end, you'll sort of have a type of a very large sheet where you can roll it or you can cut it up on the spot, but you can have it for future use. So that's what a masterboard, the word masterboard in the terminology of a junk journaler stating a masterboard, that's what they mean. Meaning it's the master, it's where it all comes from. It's where your collage work comes from. So, we're going to get started here. And before we get started, I do want to say that I have released a kit. It is in my shop. So I'm going to share that with you now. There are two kits. One is the journaling kit with collage, and the other one is the fussy cut kit. So it is called Antiquity Color Collage Kit. And this is one of the pages. And what I did was basically... let me straighten it out here so they're all together, because otherwise they're going to be all mixed up. What I did was it's basically from the old world. Hold on, let me do this off camera so it's, I don't know what I did here. I mixed them all up. It's basically from the old world. I love the Renaissance world. Most of you know that. I'm very, very drawn to anything old. I always have been. Collected antiques since I'm young, not knowing why. I just collected them, and I've been so drawn to it most of my life. There's a joke in my family where they call me Cleopatra. I just love everything old. I just love it. Let me just see here. Hold on one second. I'm almost, and so in getting into junk journaling, I've realized we're missing some things here. I am sorry about that. I don't know, they might be on my printer. Okay. Are we ready? Drum roll, drum roll. Okay. I think we're missing 2 things, but you can go over and take a look at it. So, I have always collected antique things and vintage items and just have been drawn to these things my whole life. And being in the junk journaling family and community, I realized through Rachel at Roxy Creations was one of the first people I've ever witnessed or seen anybody use the kinds of things that I collected and saw how to do with them other than just display them in your home. So that is why I am in love with this concept, this new way of doing things with your items. So this is what I have done with Antiquity, the things that I have collected from and combine them now in paper kits for you. So I've taken them from old world things. There's pictures of jewelry, old pictures of roosters, old pictures of flowers. It's just gorgeous. I love it so much. That's one page, and this is in red. And because it is called Antiquity color, every page has a different color theme. So these are in purples. I just love it, you guys. I love it. These I made in yellows, although there are other colors mixed in, but these are more the yellows. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait to start using it. These are in oranges, and of course I had to put bunny. Little bunny. Just beautiful. And some of these things are from my own collection. I have cards here and images here. I have cards from, these cards are like, I think they're German from the late 1800s. Here's a green page. Isn't it gorgeous? And there, look, there's another bunny. And this is a cream colored page. Creams and whites and blacks. And this has all little color hearts here with the calligraphy. Isn't that beautiful? And this one is blue. I just had to use my favorite flower. I had to. And that's in my own personal collection too. Okay, then there are backer pages. Now, I will bring this back over. I tried to choose, that's not included. I tried to choose the backer pages that would go well with all of the pages combined. So I chose a graph paper. I chose a writings paper. It has a design where they were, this is when they were designing the manuscripts. Isn't that cool? I have a maroonish red page. Oops. I have a purple, like a lavender. Isn't that pretty? And then a blue. A pink. Pinks and reds. This can go with pinks and reds, but it does go with anything. And then a more lavendery type purple. I just love it. Okay, so that is the Antiquity Color Collage Kit. This one. And we will get to working with it soon. It does not come in the tall journal. That was a lot of work just for the just for the regular journal. And then now there is also an ephemera kit that goes with it as well. So I did it, I mixed the colors. Oh, I think this is in this too. This is greens. This one is in here too. Okay, so then there's the collage kit. So, whoops. There's in yellows and greens. In oranges. And there's some orange and blue there. The little baby ostrich is just my favorite image. I just love it. And then there's some blues and more greens. Some purple. Some red. And some just different color combinations. This can be reds and purples, some little tags, and the world. These are dish designs here. A little tag. And then I see that my envelopes are not here, but there are 3 different envelopes. I only have a red one. I didn't even print them out, and this one was fixed because it's not even right. And I don't see it on my printer otherwise. No, maybe it is on my printer. Hold on. It could be. Nope, it's not. So there are 3 envelopes also that go with the kit. This was just a test. I do apologize that I don't have it out in front of me. I thought I did. Okay, so that's called the Antiquity Color Collage kit. And then I also have, don't forget, the early spring. And we're going to be getting to early spring and doing work soon. This is my idea. I set it aside, so I will be getting to that soon. I have got a lot of stuff going on. My little man is sick, and I feel bad. So we've been dealing with that. But the little Cyril is sick. He did get sick. All right. I'm decided, I think. Whatever side I collage on, the back side is going to be visible. And I'm just trying to see what I would want to keep on the back side if I would want to keep anything. So you don't have to keep anything. You can cover it up. You can cover up the back side for journaling, or you might just cover pieces of it. It all depends. Or you may use the pieces as pockets, as side tucks, as journal tags, as regular tags, as belly bands. You could use the pieces that you collage on for so many different things. There's not just one thing. I'm going to be collaging with wallpaper. I have some piano roll paper here. I have some vintage pages here, different patina, some ledger book, and then also I do have some Florentine paper. And I did want to let you know that I just updated my shop. I have more paper packs in my shop. If you're interested, they are in there. They have ledger paper. They have all the pages that I work with, but in small little, pieces for collage. Okay, and I also have all of my pages here that I just did the Antiquities kit that I messed up on and was watching the print, so I'm going to use it in my collage. So let's go. Okay, and I'm going to use all, different pieces of everything. It doesn't necessarily have to be all digitals or all book page, or it could be, and it could just be how you want it. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You get to make the rules for your project. And the only thing that I'm missing from this is, yep, you guessed it, a glue book. I have an old piece of magazine here. You can use magazine too for your base. The magazine pages, they're glossy. We don't always use them, glossy pages in our work. So you could use it as your base for collage too. So we're just gonna get started, you guys. And I'm gonna ask you how you all are. I hope you are well. I am doing better, like I said, as best as I can be. If I have to cough or things like that, I'll just grab my drink. It's next to me. Now you're gonna see some things through there. There's nothing I could do about it, and I'm not really caring. I might cover it up with another sheet or a piece of colored paper or a piece of wallpaper. Just doesn't really quite matter. This is old wallpaper. I see I could do that. And sometimes I leave the straight edge, because then when I go to lay down over the top of the next edge, I could rip that top of that one. So I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. I'm gonna just go like that. There we go. I use larger pieces to collage in my books. I'm not in my books. I'm sorry. I use larger pieces to collage with in my work, not books. But I use the works in my books. So if you like collaging with small pieces and that's your way to collage, you know, that's fine too. You can, there's no rules, but it's just the way that I like to collage. Okay. And I like switching up things. Maybe here I'll take a piece of ledger paper. And I love using, you know, real things in my work also. Real and, that's pretty too. I like all the numbers. I love using real things as well as digitals. So it just all depends. The feelings of the papers are all different. And I like the way all different things feel together in collage. I love all the different feelings of all the different kinds of paper. So there's, you know, there's 4 different papers here. This is a rag book. This is a wallpaper with a little bit of like a texture on the top. This is a digital. And then here's an old piece of ledger. I just love all the way everything comes together. Maybe I'll just take a piece of this. And this is brittle old paper. Collage is really, really fun with brittle old paper because it gets glued down and it becomes stronger. Sometimes it's hard. You have to be careful when you're gluing it that the pieces don't break off, but then sometimes, you know, it's okay. But trying is worth it in the end. When you see the old brittle pieces come down on the paper, it's just, it's worth it. It's worth it to try and save it. And the color, like you see, is gorgeous. I'm gonna move it. I had time. I love it. I love it. Now, the worst part about this is that I make such a mess. I think what I'm going to do is put my book page up there because I cover everything up when I'm working and then I can't find it and I'm rummaging through and it takes me longer. So let me organize myself and see that I can't stay in my zone here. I'm really silly when I do those kinds of things because it just makes me work harder instead of more quickly. I don't know that I would use scrapbooking on the collage, but again, we went over that in the video the other day, that you can use scrapbooking to make a tag on and collage on top of it. But today we're not going to do tags. I don't want any more book page now just yet. Maybe I'll put in a piece of this. Oh, I like that. So I'll put a piece of that in. And then if I do rip anything off this way, that of course this is that yummy paper, I will use that in a twisted tangle. I will. It's not going to go to waste at all. And I'll probably rip on this side too, just so that it's cohesive and both sides are ripped. I like that. And put that right there. I don't know how much of this will get done today. You know, I put my timer on, you know. and we'll just, you know, keep going until whatever we can get done. But then the next video, I will show you what I would do with the base itself. Let me see what I have for right down here. I'm very, I think when I do the work, but a lot of times, I kind of am just seeing things and then my brain goes to, it just runs right through, and I could see something for 1 second and then it'll run right through to that being the next move I'm going to make with my hands. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it only takes my brain a second to register something that I want. Like I could be doing this and see something over here and know that that's my next move I want to make in collage or in my work and at all. I don't know if that makes any sense to me. I'm probably letting out too much of my kookiness, but that's how I work. I'm always looking at the next thing to do. Most times, not all the time, but a lot of the time, that's how I work. Okay, so now I'm moving on, and sometimes I don't work that way. Sometimes I may have done 2 things over here and then already moved on but that flows well for me to keep moving. So I liked that feeling. I kind of like this whole thing right there. I do. And I even like the straight edges on it. Isn't that funny? I like that there too. Okay, so moving on to I'm going to put this here and I'm going to put that there. Moving on to the next part of the paper. Before I put these things down, I want to show you that you will attach your paper. So you'll get your next piece, and you're going to attach it. Now I will just run a bead of glue down the underside or the overside. It really doesn't matter. You don't want to attach too much of it, but you can attach it. Or you can attach it with a piece of paper. You know what? I think because this is really thick, I'm going to attach it with a piece of paper. And I'll tell you why. Because it's very thick paper. If it were just thin copy paper type or digital paper that I was using, I wouldn't mind attaching it to do that. But this is thicker paper. It's more like a cardstock. So I'm going to attach it with a piece of collage. So let's just do that now. And I'll just go ahead and do any old color. We'll do this red side here. And I'm going to glue that. But now, if it were regular type of like copy paper, or like a dictionary page, how thin that is, or a encyclopedia page, or like a phone book page, like that kind of thin, then you could overlap it. Right now I'm keeping these at the side like this to each other. All right, so I did want to put this down, so let me go ahead and do that. And then possibly, let me see if this reaches. It doesn't. So I'm going to need to like work and play with that to see how it is that I want to infuse it together. I think, no, I don't want that. Maybe get some blue in here. Possibly. Oh, I could possibly do that. Why don't I do that? Let's do that. I like the blue. Or maybe I like a piece of And now this is not how the kit is, because of the fact that all these pages were my trials. So I decided not to go with this, but rather than waste it, let me see. I am going to use it in my collage. I'm not going to waste it. There's just no way. Okay, I'll use that. Yeah, I have a lot of, prints that don't make it. Sometimes I print it out and I don't like the color. I don't like where something's placed. I move it and I decide something different. I normally try my best to wait until after I think that it's all in place and it's exactly what I like. But even then, sometimes it changes. Okay, so now I've put this together and it's becoming longer. I liked this whole piece of paper right there. And it's okay if you use, big pieces of something, because when you cut your masterboard up, after you're finished with your masterboard and you're going to use it in your places of work, in your books or making cards or whatever it is you're going to be doing with it, something in the paper craft field, you're going to cover up, we need something right there, you're going to cover up a portion of it with like a fussy cut piece or something. What can I put there? Something. Oh, how about some gold? That's like a real pop of something, isn't it? And these are all my scraps from making my kit, so I'm using it. I'm just using what I have left over. No green. No color. How about a piece of book page? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's great. That's a great idea, Donna. So when we're breaking things up and making them in different sections, the texture. So I wasn't finding my texture, and that's why, because I should have used book page. Good idea. Okay. Maybe. No, see, I like to leave the book page pieces. I like the patina around the edges. I love the way it looks. It doesn't all have to be ripped. I'm just going to do that. And sometimes things don't work where you wanted to put them initially, so you can move it around if it doesn't work. But I definitely have been wanting that there, and now I don't. Isn't that funny? Too funny. You can do whatever you want and change anything you want. Oh, I think I like the blue there. I do. But maybe something else. Didn't I have a piece of blue collage page, book page here? I did. Let's try that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. So this had blue in the book page, and I think I'm just going to put that in there. I liked it. This is a blue section down here. So making a masterboard is fun. You can make it for all different kinds of, I want that, yeah. You can make it for all different kinds of holidays, of themes. If you wanted to do an all red masterboard, an all blue masterboard, and all red, and all pink. And then you could just have all these colors for at different times to pull out from. I like that there. Maybe there. And I think I'll put that there. I like that. It's just making art, gluing art down on paper. Don't be scared of it, you guys. And try it. Not everyone that's new to collaging is going to like their work. You have to become who you are through your art. So, you know, I get told a lot that they don't like their collage, or my collage comes out better, or it doesn't look like that when they're finished with it. And you just have to keep trying until you find your own self in your art. So use your favorite colors, use your favorite images, use the things that you like to use and pull to the most. Do that in your work. I'm gonna go into, how about orange? No. I'm seeing what I have here to pull from because I have these collage pages here and they're mess ups, so. And pull towards you in your dominant hand, and that will be, you know, leaving the white core underneath. You might not always know where to put the piece either. I like it there. You may have to play around with it. And you see how it's pulling me off. It's pulling me out instead of down here. And that's okay. You just come back to it. It's fine. You'll just come back to it. It's a piece of old wallpaper too. I've had this old wallpaper for such a long time in my stash, and I'm just like, I have to use it. I'm gonna just use it. And I love the texture of it and everything. Okay, do the wallpaper. And collage is also very relaxing, so take your time. Relax. If you're not making a video like me, I would be putting on music right now. I listen to, of course, I love my old-time rock and roll. Those of you that follow me on Instagram know that. And then my son is in the music business, and so he was influenced by me as a child with my listening and my likes. I love anything dancey and vibey, you know, but I grew up in the 70s, so my parents were huge rock and roll. And not the rock and roll like Elvis rock and roll. Not to say Elvis is bad, that's not what I'm saying. My parents were like Grateful Dead and the Floyd parents. So I'm going to wipe my hands off because I have some lots of glue, so give me just a moment. I'm getting just a paper towel. Okay. And then I'm also, with my work in this collage, is I'm staying with the colors that I'm using in the books that I'm doing right now, those books that we've been working on. Because it's going to help me get my ephemera done faster. With a masterboard, I'd be able to get like, probably like 3, 6, 9, 12, probably like 12 journal cards out of here. Even though it's not quite the amount that I need, it still helps to have it much faster become, you know, much faster become, you know, something what you would need that looks more decorative than just having a, you know, a plain piece that you're working on one piece at a time. Like I could take this and, you know, fold it in half and then glue it together and collage on each piece and then fussy cut out something to put it on and then put it away for the next time that I go to use it. But if you do the whole masterboard at one time, you can cut it up into all the pieces and then use it, have them there and ready to use at another time. I'm at a loss right here for what to put. Oh, I like that. To what to put in here. And I'm not afraid to use my papers either. I'm not afraid to rip them up at all, as you could tell. I'm not afraid. I know that I will use the pieces somewhere else, or well, I like that right there, or that way. I think I like it that way. I'm definitely not scared to, you know, use them. I actually love it. I love the end results. I have had lots of things in my stash for many years because I used to make invitations. So I'm glad that I have an outlet to use my things. I really am glad. How long are we going? Oh, we're going 37 minutes. So you know what? I think I'm going to I'll end this masterboard here. I could keep going. As many things as you saw me have here, I could keep going and keep going and keep going. And then when I was finished with it, I could roll it up and save it for another day. But I'm not going to do that with you today because we're closing up our time, and I'm actually not going, I mean, I may continue to do it smaller. I don't have even my table set up to do a long masterboard. I want to say that the masterboard, I did a masterboard one time when my sister measured it, and I want to say that it was like some weird, I can't even recall the footage that was on there, but it was like, it went through like 3 living rooms in her house. It was very big. I did a very big masterboard one time. I didn't stop when I first started doing it. Wait, oh, I'll leave that because we could just put it. So now see, I made a mistake and there's like a white showing there, but it's no big deal because you're collaging, so you can just cover it up. It can be covered with another piece of collage, any piece. Mom, not that. How about this? Not that, because that goes with that. It can be covered with anything, you guys, though. I don't know where any of my take a piece of this flower and put it on there. I don't know where any of my I thought I had more what do you call, more digital papers over here, but I don't. I think I moved them to the side before I started my video. That's what I did. I didn't need to do that. Oh, I love that, like that blue flower there. Okay, and now Let me see, where are my digitals? I wanted to use more digitals. I mean, I'll definitely use another piece of this book. There. I really thought, I know I said I had, oh, here they are. Oh my gosh, they're under. They were under the, these are the ones that didn't make the cut, so. Is that all that didn't make it? Okay, I guess so. Oh, and there's our timer. That's all right. Well, I'll finish this with you. Maybe I'll do these flowers. I like the flowers there. I like that there. And now we're just needing something inside there. And that could possibly be a piece of, maybe a piece of Florentine paper. Why not? Should I stay with the pinks? I'm just checking. I don't need that whole big piece, but maybe I should stay with the pinks. Oh, how about a piece of that? I'm checking. What do I have here? Oh yeah, let's do that with the flowers. We'll do that. And then I'll let you guys go. And then after it dries tomorrow, we will cut it up, see what we can get. How big was the piece for in here? I don't even remember. Need to check it. Okay. I'm excited to see what this is going to be when I'm done, what I make from it. We're going to use I think we're going to start to use the new kit in the 2 journals that I have going on right now, the Fussy Pets, because I really enjoy them very much so, and I've been wanting to put them in the books, but I couldn't put them in there because I didn't want to use them and then have you guys ask me where they are. So, now that that's out of the way where they are, I can use them. I need to put some glue here. Okay, and this flowers here. The kids are disheveled because Lucas is all better. He's at school. He's back at school. And he's going to stay with his dad this weekend. So the kids are, they just have 0 now. And they're just a little disheveled. So because of him being sick, he's very uncomfortable, my little man. I feel so bad. He's very, very uncomfortable. Okay, I'm thinking I want that there, or maybe I want all words, I think. I think we'll do that. It's a little short, but that's okay. I'll cut that off like that, and I'll actually turn this upside down. This way. Yeah, I'll do that. So that when I cut over here, some of the white is showing on the other side. not on the other side, on the, some of the white is showing on the side right here, so I could just cut that off. So I'll leave some white showing here too, so as not to waste this beautiful paper. Okay, let's take a look at our handiwork, shall we? Not that we got much done, because I did a lot of explaining, and I will tell you that when I don't have to do the explaining, I didn't even use any of this. I wanted to. How about I use a piece of it? When I don't have to do the explaining, time just goes so much faster with working. So I'm sure you understand that. I really am sure you understand that. Oh, I like that, like right there. It looks pretty cool. I'm not going to do that now though, because I just remembered that this has holes in it. Sometimes it's tricky to glue. But that's our collage. I love it. Of course, I kept it towards the books, you know, because we do have, and for those that are new, I'll just show you. We do have 2 books going. We have this one. And we have this one. So they kind of are staying in the theme of working in these books. I love it. I love, 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 love it. Okay. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys back again. 99.9%. I'll be back again tomorrow. Okay. Bye for now, my crafting buddies. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed night.